Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It. I'm here with Yaszmine The Sun Queen. What's funny is I always want to call you Yaszmine The Sun Goddess.
Oh, thank you.
Like in my head, it always goes to the Sun Goddess every time.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good.
I'm chill.
That's good. Today I'm going to be doing an interview with her. We're just going to be talking about her in general. I have a few questions I would like to ask you also. And we'll just see where it goes because I always get off topic.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to do. So the first question I always want to start my interviews asking what inspired you or who inspired you to do the art that you do.
So I come from a long line of musicians, starting in the church. I would say my uncle Troy, he was a master musician. He's a pianist, and he started me singing at like 4 years old. So yeah, I just come from a long line of musicians, singers, pianists. One of my uncles, the late Jimmy, he did like a whole gospel album.
Nice.
And that's the biggest inspiration because like before I started like recording and stuff like that, like I saw him and I was like, wow, he has an album, and it made me cry. Is it Precious Lord? I think he's singing. And I was just like, wow, he's doing what I'm doing, because nobody else, like my family doesn't record. But I was like, wow, so this is what I'm meant to be doing. Somebody did it before me. Somebody paved the way for me to do it, and that's what inspires me.
Oh, that is cute. And it's always nice to have somebody, close to you in your family doing that, because it makes you feel like, if somebody that close to me is doing it, I can do it too. And so it feels good to have somebody to show you, how to do those things, that you can do those things, and also be inspiration too. So that's nice. And it's funny you answered one of my questions. I was going to ask you, when did you start singing?
Oh, yeah.
So you say you started like when you were 4 years old?
4 years old. I started with just making noise, really. Oh. And actually, I would say I started acting first. Like I would act like I'm a Barbie girl or something like that. Or there was a song called Supergirl, and I would act like her. And then I think everybody discovered that I could sing because I just started like as I was acting, just singing as well. And it was like, oh, she actually has like a really cute voice. Like she can sing. So
that's kind of like how my daughter is right now. And she's 5. So I wonder if she'll probably like start singing.
Singing and performing, yeah.
Because she makes up her own songs. Like she'll start freestyling.
Yeah. That's how it was.
That's how it is. So that's so funny because that was literally my next question. How long have you been singing? So one thing, because I feel like I can sing, but I'm kind of nervous to sing in front of people. I literally can't even sing in front of my mom. Like, it's scary. I don't know. It makes my stomach hurt.
Yeah.
But how do you overcome that? Like, how do you overcome stage fright or singing in front of people? Like,
okay, it's a little awkward because like I've worked with like bands and people, and like I could be so bubbly before we get to the show and so super sweet, but when it comes to like actually being there, I go into like a different zone. Like I have to be alone. I go into a room by myself, take deep breaths, and just like get into like this zone. So it's really freaky because people be like, Yaszmine, or what you doing or whatever, and I'm just like super quiet, super straight faced, and I'm like, oh, I'm good. And everybody, is something wrong? Like, no, nothing's wrong. Like, like I'm just trying to chill. Like,
because I can't do it. Like, I mean, I guess I can do it, but it's just like really, really hard.
Yeah.
So I guess I could try that. I'm gonna try to sing for somebody one day. I don't know.
Yeah.
I try and do what you said, but let's see if that.
I think you just gotta like unlock it because it's something like, even though like you are yourself, something different has to be brought to like the stage. Like, I don't know, wherever you have to pull the confidence from, like you gotta pull it, and it has to like be like, you might be a confident person, but you have to like amp it up a little bit more.
You know what I probably have to do? I probably have to like get like super dressed up and make myself like I have to like I have playing a part, and then I probably like really like get into it because that's
pretty much what it is. Yeah.
Probably like that, because like when you get a new wig and you put that thing on and you be like, yeah,
I look good in this.
Yeah. Right?
Like it starts there. Like looking in the mirror, like I look good. Like
that because it's hard. It's kind of scary. Following that, where was your first live performance?
My first live performance. What we say, like when I was a kid, or when?
I guess you can do as a kid and then as an adult also.
Okay. So as a kid, my first live performance was, I was in the Don Jameson Jazz and Heritage Foundation, and my first live performance was at French Quarter Fest.
Nice.
I think it was at, how old was I? Either like 13 or something like that.
13, y'all hear that? 13 years old at the French Quarter Fest singing for people. That's cool. That's not everybody get to do that.
Yeah, so that was really awesome.
And
I got the solo part. I was excited.
I would have been lit too. I would have been like, y'all gotta come check me out. I bet it was a lot of people out there too, huh?
There was so many people, like, and they just walking around, and some people like in the audience and stuff like that. There was a lot of people.
I would have been nervous, boy. I would have scared.
But I think it helps me a lot when there's like a band behind me and stuff like that, because I'm like, oh, these people got me. Like, we practice this enough.
True. Well, actually, I didn't even think about that. Well, duh, of course y'all have to practice, huh?
Yeah.
Of course you have to. So you can tell I'm not into, well, I guess not, I wouldn't say not into music, but like I've never done music, anything with music, I guess. That's what you would say. And as an adult,
my first band, I was with Io Timmy and the Irie Collective, and where did we perform first? Was it? I do not even remember. I know we performed the Dragon's Den, Pontchartrain.
The
Pontchartrain Hotel. I'm trying to, in the Ace Hotel, but I think the Ace Hotel was like one of the last. I think it's the Pontchartrain Hotel.
Hey, I used to work there. That Pontchartrain Hotel is cool. It's nice.
The tin roof at the top.
At the top.
Nice.
It is nice. You ever been up there?
Yes, my brother used to work there.
That's funny. I used to work in as what was that? The receptionist. I don't know how I couldn't think of the receptionist.
I think that's also the place I tried my first mojito.
Oh yeah,
I love mojitos. Yeah,
I think that's what I had ordered when I was up there.
Yeah,
a mojito. It was so nice up there.
Fancy.
It is. It's like bougie up there. If y'all have never been up there, it's bougie. It's like even the hotel rooms up in there are like bougie. Like, I don't know. It looked like vintage. I don't know. Remind you of like the 1920s or something like that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
To this. So like, how do you get the chance to like book a performance or something like that? Like, cause like if you decided you like wanted to go on tour or something like that, like how do people do that? Like, I'm just being nosy.
So sometimes it starts off as simple as just like somebody putting you on and being like, oh, I have an artist friend or whatever, she sings too and she's really good, stuff like that. So that's how it's happened sometimes, like if I performed Hi Ho or Ace Hotel, things like that. But other times, like, I just book through Fanflex. Have you guys heard of that?
No, I haven't.
It's an app that like allows you. I'm really doing a commercial for Fanflex. It's an
app that allows you. This is a sponsored part.
I mean, I work with them so much, they should let me do it.
Yeah, you might as well become a brand ambassador for them.
It's an app, or it started off as an app. Now it's just online, and they just put a bunch of venues that have like openings, and you're able to like just click the venue and book for that day.
Oh,
and
nice.
Like you just get in touch with the booking agent. It's actually easier than how it used to be, like, because we used to have to do word of mouth, or you have to like go to a booking agent and be like, hey, can you let me perform here? Can I perform here? And like work out an agreement. And that was a little harder. I
would say because you probably had to know somebody that knew somebody. But that's actually pretty fair. That gives everybody a chance, and that's what's up. Yeah. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that. Now, if somebody asked me that question, I'll know. I was just like being nosy. I was like, I wonder how all that works. And with that one, actually, since we were talking about it, does it let you like pick different cities, or do you have?
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
that's kind of cool. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Now I learned something new today. The next question I had was, this is one of my good questions, because this one be getting nice. What would you tell to an aspiring artist, someone who is looking to get into, I guess, tap into their talent or something along those lines? What would you tell them? What advice would you give them?
I would tell them that I feel like your journey as an artist is also your journey in discovering who you are as a person. So I think it took me probably a little while to like discover my sound. Like for a long time, that was like the biggest thing, because I was jumping here, I was jumping there, and being like, maybe I should sound like this, maybe I should sound like that. But it's really like, what do you like? What people and artists and things, places like shaped who you are. Like, so I think what I would just tell a person is just like, hey, dig inside of who you are, start trying new things. Like, it's okay to mess up. It's okay to go here and go there, but like once you get it, you got it, and just to keep striving for it. Right. Like, especially with your like building your brand and stuff like that. It took me probably like a while to build my brand. First, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be Yaszmine in this. I'm gonna be, maybe I'm just gonna call myself Jazz, 'cause like jazz music, like stuff like that. Like, but it really just starts off with just like maybe being yourself, or just like want to create as well.
Right.
Because like whatever you create is good.
Right. Definitely. And I think that was great advice, because it's like one time I was saying the other day, I was like, as long as you believe that your creation, I guess, or whatever you put out is great, it's just as great as you believe it is to be, if that makes sense. So if you feel as if, you know what, this isn't the best, this kind of sucks, you know, why would anyone expect it, you know, anything other than that? Yes. You know, so it's as great as you know, put it out there to be. Whatever you believe it is, that's what it is, in a nutshell. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, I can't never say stuff like easy.
It's okay, me neither.
Funny question. What is your skin routine? Because your skin is so nice. Like,
Thank
I was
you.
like, bro, like, but I was like looking at your pictures on Instagram. I was like, dang, her skin is so nice.
Man, that is a battle. It really is. Honestly, I don't take no pictures if it's not nice. Like, if I have a pimple, I'm just not gonna take a picture. But I would say, like, I do like a cleansing routine. I like a cleanser. I do a toner, which I usually use witch hazel, and I do like a serum. I like retinol, and I do just like a cream, like a moisturizer cream.
See, I always wanted to try that retinol stuff. Like, I've heard about it, but I don't know much about it at all. That's why I like never did. Yeah. But I just do like the bare minimum.
I used to work at Sephora, and this lady told me like to start early. I think I was there at like 20 years old, and she was like, "Oh, you're 20, start using retinols and stuff like that." It's like, it just makes your skin more plump and hydrated.
That's what I like for my skin to look like, juicy, I guess, shining. Okay, so I wanted to I was listening to your music in the past couple of days, and it was like a couple of songs that I liked a lot, and I was it was funny because I was trying to guess. I was like, I don't know what genre exactly it would be, and I was like, because you have such a soft voice and it's like soulful at the same time, and I was like, it could be like jazz, it could be like a little like funk and pop at the same time. It's fun, it's good music. Like, that's literally what it sounds like. And I was like, your music is the type of music I like to listen to when I'm doing things I enjoy, such as like taking a shower, or like roller skating, or if I was like driving like on the highway and I just picked a couple of my songs I knew I was going to not want to skip. Like, that's the kind of music she makes.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
No problem. So those songs that I like, for sure. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Is it feather, or is it
feather
like,
to feather?
That's why I was like, I don't know if it's feather, or is it feather to feather? Yeah. Okay, cool. Feather to feather. That one is like a song that you would like send to like the boy you like. Like you send him that song, and that one is really fun.
Thank you.
I really like that one. And the Sucre. Yeah. I had to look that up. I was like, what does that mean? I felt like it had to be something nice. I was like, it's definitely something nice when I was listening to it. So after I Googled it, it means sweet, correct?
Yeah, sweet sugar.
Yes. I was like, all right, cool. So, and just chill, side note, that was whenever I first started following you. That's what song just dropped. Yeah. Whenever that one just dropped, that's whenever I started following you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I've been watching you since then. Okay. So I just want to tell you, I really, really like those songs.
Thank you. So the style I'm formulating now is called Jazz Funk Fusion. I started off in the church, but like I spent a large portion of my life learning jazz, like in school and stuff like that. And then I really love funk. Like, I love Tina Marie. I love Rick James, bitch. I like Rick James, and Bootsy Collins, stuff like that. So I was like, I really wanted to incorporate that because that's like pretty much what I grew up on. And so I just was like, oh, I'm gonna fuse it with like some 90s feels as well.
Well, you did it, and it sounds all good together.
Thank you.
Because I was like, I don't know any, like, I can't even compare you to nobody, honestly. So I was like, trying to think. I was like, who makes music like her? And I'm like, Nobody. So you have some really unique music.
So nice.
No problem. So I can't even compare you to nobody. You have your own style. It sounds really good, and you have a really nice voice at the same time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And also, she got a new song that's going to be dropping on September 7th called Honey. We was able to listen to a little snippet on your Instagram.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my God.
That song, I feel like I'm in my bag with that one. Like,
Yeah.
like this is me. Like, this is what I wanted to like make. You know, I worked on that song for 3 years. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 3 years to formulate the sound, because like I felt like, even though like the people I was working with, they were really good. You know, I worked with them in the past and stuff like that. They just couldn't give me the sound that I needed, that I heard in my head.
Right.
And Hendrix really did that.
Hey.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited to hear, because you're able to pre-save it. If you press the link in her bio, you can go ahead and pre-save so that whenever it drops, you'll go ahead and know and already have it. So y'all need to go do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If y'all do that, thank you.
I did it. But so that is exciting though. I was like, I should drop this episode on the same day. You know, you think so. So we got like 2 days to work on this.
For real, because
We got like 2 days to work on this real quick, but I want to have the episode ready to drop at the same time.
Yeah.
Because that's nice. Like, why not?
Yeah.
It's exciting, and then you'll be able to promote it, and then you get some people from a podcast listen to your new song too at the same time. So, but yeah, I talk too much.
I was really excited about this because I don't like really share that. Like, I feel like I share a little bit of my life on my social media, but not as much. I don't think I really talk to the people about like who I am. I just expect it to come out of my music, maybe my pictures, maybe little snippets here and there. But yeah, so I was really excited to do this because I was like, oh, people need to know a little bit about me.
You. Yeah. So yeah, you go ahead and post that on there too.
Yeah.
And I literally just thought of something, and then it just left my brain. I forgot. It just left my brain that fast. It's because be going like 10,000 miles an hour. But yeah, we're gonna have to drop it on the same day.
Okay.
For sure. But this is why I always get weird whenever I'm just like, I don't know what to say now because I ran out of questions. But I mean, I guess this is it.
Okay, cool.
I guess this is it. It was, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know why I get nervous because, like I said, it's just talking to somebody.
Yeah.
You're just talking. It's just chill. Well, it was great to have you on.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you.
It's my pleasure. I would love for you to share social media so that the people know where to find you.
Okay, you can find me everywhere at Yaszmine The Sun Queen. That is YASZMINE, The Sun Queen. And that's everywhere.
And don't forget to follow me at LTAI_podcast_ on Instagram. Well, y'all already know it. I say this all the time. I'm not even going to tell y'all no more. But thank you guys so much for joining us today. I really appreciate you all. I love you all. Thank you so much for your support. Do not forget to go ahead and give her a follow. And do not forget that song is dropping, I guess, today as you're listening to this.
Yes.
So go ahead. For real. And go listen to her song. Make sure y'all add it to your library because we're going to go ahead and bump it. I already know I am.
Cool.
And also, most importantly, don't forget to smile and be blessed. I love you guys. Bye.
Bye, y'all.